Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. You don't hear that very often, right? Happy Monday. How is everybody today? Oh my goodness, we already have so many people here. Amanda, Sharon, Ange. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hi, Lori. Hi, Krista. Oh, I need a drink. I've been running around today like crazy. I had to take my kitty to the vet because I noticed that, I mean, her eyes always kind of water, but I noticed they're kind of yellowy, greeny water, and that's not normal. So anyway, I took her to the vet, and she has an ear infection and an eye infection. So she had to get some medicine. So she was up here in the basket, but I moved it too much. So she jumped down. She's not a happy camper, and she was very clingy. So she may be back up here again in a little while. But yeah, she's fine. I just have to give her eye drops and ear drops. It's like having a child, man. Anyway. Oh, all right. How is everybody? Let's see. Do I have any announcements? I do. So I know I've been doing auctions on Thursdays. I am not going to do any more for this month. I am going to have a live sale. I'm working on the date. So that is coming up. And then after that, I am done for the year, I think. I'm tired. I want a break and I want to just chill with my family. Hi, Lena. Like Kyle and Astrid and the baby are coming Thanksgiving week, so I'm gonna spend time with them, and I just wanna enjoy my family. So the auctions will be coming back again next year. I will have one live sale before December. Like it's going to be end of this month, very beginning of November. So keep an eye out for that. Now remember, these live sales are really good if you're looking for some Christmas presents for your friends, for the people who love to junk journal and craft and all of that. This is a great way to get presents. Another great present to give to yourself or to your friends is the advent box. There are a few left. So if that is something that you want to look into, I did have the things here, but I don't know where they went. Where did they go? Anyway, doesn't matter. You just go to the website, right? www.stephsdesignspace.com. Check out all the things that are on the website, including the advent box. So, oh my goodness, Lena. Hi, Lena. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Carol. Hi, Deborah. Hello, everybody. All right. So, without further ado, I'm going to flip the camera. I have kind of changed the face down camera, not my face camera, but the one that points down. I've changed it. I moved it around today. I'm hoping that it's better. So we're gonna see. Anyway, so we're gonna flip it like that. And oh, I have to unmirror the screen because that drives me crazy. No. There we go. Okay. So that is that. Is that close enough? Yeah, it's gonna have to be because it's a tall journal. Is the lighting okay? I can't tell, like on my screen it looks kind of dim, but I think it's because the light is in my eyes, and so I don't know. It's weird. Y'all just let me know. Okay, so what I want to work on first is the closure for my tall, skinny fall journal. Now, in digging in all of my stuff, I found this. So it's like it's not a belt buckle. I mean, it could be. It's just some kind of closure, right? It's magnetic. It holds together. It has the two sides. I thought that would look really cool here. And then I have like a flower, right? I was thinking I can put like a fall flower on top. But first, before I start gluing stuff on top, I want to see how I can use this. I got the green. Who else just came in? Hi, Ro. Crinkle bias tape. And I thought that would be pretty. And I don't know how much I need. And I really don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So if anybody has any any thoughts or ideas, I am all ears. I think this is plenty. I think that's too much, actually. Okay, so let me do this. My thought was to bring it down like this, okay? And like I can glue it or I can tie it. So just for the sake of figuring this out, let's go ahead and tie it around. And I picked the bias tape because, first of all, I love the color, but also because then I was thinking, so if I tie it, which is fine, and then I was thinking that at the end, I could maybe tie a bow. I may not have enough to do that, but we'll get the general idea. Okay. So then we can have like a little bow. I'll get more. That's just not right. And then if I did the same thing here, tied it with a bow, and if I tie it and have a bow, if more stuff is added to it, then that means you can untie it and loosen it up if you need more space. You know what I mean? And then if this side was tied, then we would just, to open it, we would just disconnect it like that and it would stay in place. Is any of that making sense? Okay. So I think that is what I'm going to do, but obviously I need more because I like the bow idea at the bottom because it kind of just hangs, right? Yep, I'm concentrating, trying to get this undone. Where is anybody else? I love the hardware, always love flowers. Me too. Sorry, I'm yawning. You'll know that is just my thing. There we go. I've been working on stuff for the Advent box and for the November subscription box. So feel like I've been all kinds of everywhere. All right. I wonder if that is long enough. If I tie that, that should be plenty long. All right. You know, and if I'd rather it be too long than too short. Oh. Okay. There we have it. I did it. I cut it. Now, what's more natural, to open like that or to open like that? This feels more natural on the bottom. I don't know why. All right, so I'm just measuring up at the top. There we go. Okay, let's run this through. And these closures are fun. This was in something I got from an estate sale. So I didn't buy it. I don't know where to tell you to find them. But I know that I got it from an estate sale. It was in like a box or a tin. It was in a metal tin full of like all kinds of sewing notions. Okay. No, you need to be somewhat in the middle, but I guess that's irrelevant right now. Okay. Now let's do the same thing to this one. There we have it. Hi, Sylvia. You have been busy. So busy. I'm always busy, though. And then the auctions and stuff like that, which I love doing. Oh, and then I went treasure hunting. So my husband, his family had a family reunion. So we went and we went to it. But he told me, he's like, okay, when it's done, He's like, I'll take you treasure hunting. I was like, yes. So we went to a couple of places. This one place we went to, it had a cigar shop. So this is a little tip for y'all. So it was a cigar shop, and I almost just passed it up because I was like, I don't want cigars, right? So I was walking past it, and I kind of looked in the mirror, and I was like, ooh, and I saw a bunch of cigar boxes. And so I decided to go in, and sure enough, he was selling all the cigar boxes for a couple of bucks a piece. And I'm like, yes, please, and thank you. Okay, is that, I feel like it's still too loose. So I have to tighten one of these up. Because I don't want to glue it. I don't want to make it permanent in case we need to loosen it, you know, give us a little more leeway at some future time. So gotta tie this again. So yeah, if you know of any cigar shops around you, you might want to just take a peep in there and see if they sell the boxes, because what else they do with the boxes? Because most of the cigars they take out and put in the humidifier, that is not a word. Humidifier. Okay, I don't have a clamp close by, so we're going to use a hair thing. I just need it to stay closed, like better than it is. And then they have all these boxes, and in two of the boxes, there was still like tobacco leaves. It was so bizarre. Of course, my husband took those out, and because he'll occasionally smoke a cigar. That's not even tied, Stephanie. What are you doing? It's because I can't see. Wow. I just turned southern real quick. I can't see. But yeah, so we had fun, and we went to dinner at this Italian restaurant. And it's so funny. We go to an Italian restaurant, and we always, not always, that's an exaggeration. God, I cannot get this tight enough for my liking. We like to order the pizza, one, because it's ginormous, so we always have leftovers, but we love that oven stone baked pizza. The bottom is always so good. Oh, it was delicious. So we did that, and then across the street, oh, you know what may help if I just take this off and do it. Ding, ding, ding. Look at me using my brain for something other than taking up space. Okay. I want it right there. Across the street from the pizza place, or the Italian restaurant rather, was like this gourmet popcorn. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was where, I think I like that better. Yes. Okay, that is going to work. Now I feel like we are cooking with fire. Okay. So, and then my goal was to do like a little bow at the end. Of course, it's not going to look right because it doesn't have the thing hanging off. It only has one because the other one's up there. Okay, I don't like that idea. The bow idea is a no, but I do have, what do I have? An enormous, ridiculous amount of beads. So let me see if I have any foolish beads. All right, I have those. I have, those are going to be too small. I'm over here just a reaching. Nope. Oh, maybe some of these. All right, let's see what we got. Now that I've done that, this is going to be too long, but we will fix that in a moment. Should I go ahead and get the flower glued on? Okay, y'all are going to have to vote. Okay. So this is going to, can y'all even see those colors? Okay. This one's kind of wonky, but I'll fix it. All right, y'all have to vote on the colors. 1, 2, and 3. So this is 1. There. It's like a goldenrod. Okay, so that's 1. This one, it's going to focus. There we go. That one is 2. And this one, it's more of a burgundy merlot color, is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Tell me what flower you think would look good while I am doing this. Where is my, there we go, bead threader. Bead threaders are a godsend. Okay, I'll have that. Until I can't get it open. Come on. Okay, I'm just going to put my fabric through here, please. Okay. All right, so I will need to use some rather, I don't know, bigger beads. Hopefully the fabric will go through. I don't know. I think it's too much. Yeah, it's going to end up breaking this because this is not meant for thick things. All right. Have no fear. I will figure it out. Do I have anywhere on my desk tape? No. What did I do with it? I had some tape and I don't know what I did with it. Like just regular Scotch tape. It's on the other side. Deneen FM. Hello. How are you? Who else has joined? I'm over here looking for tape. Okay, so we have 2. Wow, two is in the lead, but I'm going to give other people a chance while I go grab some tape. All right, tape is found. All right. Now, if I can just make a good point. All right, do not try this at home. Okay, let's see. I don't even think this is going to work. Dadgummit, how have I done it before? I know I've done this before. How did I do it? Anybody remember? Because now that I want to do it, I'm like, okay, I have to be able to do it like this. trying to reach. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Well, it's not going to work like that, goofball. Well, this is going to take a ridiculous amount of time. So maybe it's just not worth it. Okay, I'm going to have to rethink this because that's just going to take me forever. If y'all have some ideas, let me know because my brain is taking a hiatus at the moment. It's like, yeah, no, we're not going to think for you. I know I can get it on here. I just don't remember how I did it. Okay, here is a bigger needle. I'm going to try this one little thing, and if this doesn't work, then I will be done. Come on. See, this is why I like going live, so y'all can see the struggle, right? Because most videos, the struggle is edited out. Edited. And I do sometimes, or I'll fast forward through it because, well, it's just boring and nobody wants to watch this whole thing. But, okay, go back up. All right, let me just see if this is going to work. No, it's too thick to pull through the hole. So that is a no. Okay, now to get that off. All right, so you go back in there. I'll either figure it out or we'll just do something different. Right now, I'm going to set y'all over there. Okay, all of these things. Okay, what one? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, I know I need some chunky wood beads, and I don't have any chunky wood beads. But you know what I could do? Instead of tying each individual one, I can just do it like this. Okay. I don't know why, but this is going to be weird. Watch this. I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to tie the bow upside down. And then when I flip it, it is going to fall the right way. It is the most bizarre thing, except now it's just not. Oh, that's too close. Okay, y'all. I really had a thought, but this was as far as my thought got. It didn't get any further than this. So now y'all get to watch the whole entire thought process, or lack thereof, of me trying to figure out what I'm doing. Apparently, I don't know how to tie a bow either. Oh, anybody else hear the circus music playing? Okay, whatevs. Nope, I don't like that either. Okay, that is going to be good enough for the moment because I really just want to get the flower glued on there, and then we can check out the inside. All right, now I'm going to glue the flower on with it not attached. All right, which one won? Didn't hear it until now. Oh, oh yeah, it plays in all the time. Sorry, what are you trying to add? I was trying to add beads, but the holes are too small. Okay, I really think that 2 is the winner. So I don't know if that 2, they're both the same color, but one of them, this one isn't as goofed up. So I'm going to use this one. And let me get Glenda, who I had to plug in so she would charge. Okay. And it has, these have like the little, you know, sticky stuff, but that is obviously not enough to stick to this. So we're going to do hot glue. Oh, and then we're going to look at the inside and see what other fun things I need to do or add. So if there's something y'all want to see that won't take, you know, hours, maybe I can do that, but come on. There we go. All right, so I am going to let that sit. Over to the side while we look in here and see if there's anything else we need to do. So last week I took all the Formica samples and made little tags from those. So I did that. I have a little tuck here. I may make some journaling cards. I think that maybe I need some journaling cards. Well, there's one there, and then that is a flip out. We have a belly band with a postcard journaling card. Lots of writing space. Those have, and if you're part of my Facebook group, I really do need your help to come up with some themes, because the person that I'm collabing with, I have to give her 6 themes, and then she like spins a wheel, and whatever the wheel chooses is what we end up doing. So I need something there. All right, let me take out all this extra stuff. Probably. See, I have all of these that I cut out. Just super simple. That's done. That's done. I feel like this needs something. What shall we do? I don't know, but that is a cool looking pocket to go on there. Should we have it facing that way? Or maybe I'll just get something different and make something. So I think this takes up, it takes up too much space, because a lot of this stuff is made for your standard journal. Oh, maybe I'll make a pocket for this to come out of, and then we can decorate that. What say ye? Do we say yes to that? So I can make a pocket from that. Because it's in my little, and I can decorate it with maybe this, because I really like that. Yes. I'm trying to do the tab envelope journal you posted. I'm learning I'm a terrible cutter. Even my template is terrible. It takes practice, Krista. Don't give up. Okay. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The first template I made it such the hard way. I'm not even going to tell you. Yeah, I will. I'll tell you. I ended up taking an envelope apart, cutting that part out. It was why it was so complicated. So, yeah, you're not the only one. Just don't give up. Okay? Persevere and you'll be happy that you did. Okay, I'm just going to take some of this stuff out. That is in here that I might be able to use for decorating the card. Oh, look at this. What is this? Oh, look, it is part of a, then I just have to decorate the front. Now, oh, will this fit in it though? Oh, so close. Will it fit? Oh, let's see. Barely. Okay, we're just going to trim it. All right, so that's why when I know that I'm working on a specific type of journal, I get a bucket or a basket or whatever you want to call this. And I just go through all the stuff I already have and put it in the bucket. If I think it could be used, might be used, might match, I throw it in there. And when it comes to doing stuff like this, then I have all sorts of fun things that I can create. Okay, let's see if this fits now. Yes, it does. Look at that. So perfect. I'm happy. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move. Yep, perfect size. All right, so I'm going to move the journal out of the way. Let's go ahead and cover this. And I turned it around because to me, the flowers seem to be facing this way. And since it's going to lay like that, that's where I want the flowers to go. All right, so a little spot of glue or not. Always with the glue. Be like, not today. Ugh, for real. I'm not giving up. Good, don't, because you will thoroughly enjoy making that. Okay. And this is that glue I got from Hobby Lobby. I love it. It's so good. Even if it gets stuck in the, come on. I know, whatever. I do love it though. As far as a wet glue goes, it is great. All right. Now I don't have to worry about decorating this side because that's just going to get glued down to the paper. And I did it like that so I could just cut it off. Yeah, making that little tabbed envelope thing. And it was a spur of the moment decision because I had found a bunch of those envelopes and something I treasure hunted. And I was like, oh, this is so perfect. Okay, so we have that. Now what? Now what? I want to... Do I want to add the gourds or the plaid? Or maybe not any of those. Okay, I know. Well, no, I don't know anything. I thought, oh, maybe I could do that. think I'm going to cut this in half. So let me do that. I'm not going to worry about perfection because, you know, the plaid is pretty. Okay, I like the plaid too. So I'm going to cut this kind of in half. All right, so if I do that there, okay, let me go ahead and just cut the plaid minus that gold. I'm going to leave the gold strips on the gourds. All right, so I'm going to put that back in the bucket. Now, see, that is a bit too big. Thinking, and then just cut off the gold altogether because the letters being in gold is enough. That can kind of back on that. Oh, you see how many times I can say This one doesn't. There we go. Okay, and if I leave that at the bottom, have this run across like a band. Right? And then have this centered in the middle. I like it. What say my peeps? I like that though. And the doily just gives it that extra little pizzazz. Okay, so that is what I am gonna do. Let me go ahead. Oh, you know what? I do need it to be precise because I want to. No, I'm not going to round those corners. Okay, so let's glue this down first. I kind of like the polka dots, even though it's on the wrong side. Yeah, because the roses will look weird, so I can't do it that way. Do, do, do. All right, down. Oh no, Stephanie. Ink. What color of ink do we want? I'm thinking maybe aged mahogany. Let's see. No. Nope. Let's do. Okay, let me move this out of my way. Let's do. Wonder if old paper would look good. All right, let's try it on a scratch piece. No, you can't really see it, so that's a no. Gathered twig. Let's see that one. Oh, gathered twig it is. I like it. So y'all know I started keeping my little things under here. And my green one is for all other colors. So I have to kind of soak the sponge because it was a new sponge. All right. I think that one is better measured than this one. Let me see. And it's a wee bit short. Okay. I have discovered, I mentioned it in my latest video, the tabbed envelope book. But I realized that I do like the dome sponges better, but the flat ones fit way better underneath. So that is why I'm using the flat ones for storage purposes. All right. So let's get this glued down. That looks about center. Ah. No. Not you two. What in the fresh heck is going on? All my glues are against me. I bet Glenda wouldn't be against me. I bet Glenda would love me and be my friend. All right, let me trim this off. And give it another little, I'm going to go around the whole thing. Does that look good, or do we need, you know, always with the do we need? Oh, what is on my nose? Rusty hinge. I know I thought about rusty hinge. I don't know what it is with me and Rick Rack lately, but I have just been loving the look of Rick Rack. So what do we say about the Rick Rack? I like it. I think so. I could do the Rick Rack here, or I could just do a spot of Rick Rack up at the top. So y'all tell me, Rick Rack under the Thankful or at the top? Or are y'all going to say, girl, give that Rick Rack a rest? I put the dome pads under my ink pads, but then I can't stack them, trying to find a way to store them. So that's why I would use them the flat ones, because the flat ones will fit under here. And I just use double-sided tape instead of a bunch of Velcro. It's way cheaper and it holds perfect. And then this is what I have. Please, for the love of all things holy, don't fall apart. But this is what I got. I got it off of Amazon. And these are for all the inks that I use all the time. Now, the Rusty Hinge has a dome on it. It will go under, but I have to do it upside down. So I have to put it in like this. If I put it in like that, it gets hung up. If I put it in upside down, it will go in there. Same thing with Victorian Velvet. Already had the dome one for that, so it goes in upside down. But that's how I have the inks that I use all the time are on my desk. All of my other inks are in a container on the other side. Okay, sit. Anyway, I know that is way off base there, but when people have questions or need a little help with the storage, I'm all about that. I'm all about helping, because it has taken me a lot of money and time and effort and energy to figure out what works for me. So if I can help save somebody from all of that, then that's what I would like to do, you know. Okay, what do we say about the rickrack? I like it under. Okay, under it is. Oh, I think I'm almost out of glue in this one. That's probably why she's acting up. Okay, let's put her under. So let me get Glenda, because that just works better for me. All right. Scissors. Oh, I forgot to take my bracelet off. I'm surprised y'all haven't told me. It's getting on your nerves, all that clanging around. Could y'all even hear it? I don't even know if y'all can hear my bracelet hitting. Can y'all hear the bracelet hitting? Let me know if you can or can't. I always start out small, just the little end when I use my glue gun, so I can make sure that is where I need it to be. And then it's much easier to go down the middle. Ish. And for those that are new, I always use a little silicone spatula, because if you're using hot glue, most people don't like to use hot glue because you feel the ridge, right? It's bumpy. But if you smush it with a silicone, because it won't stick to silicone, you won't feel the ridge. It is smooth. That is why I love using hot glue. And because I have figured out how to make it work for me that way. Because I know I have some new people on here, so thank you. It saves the fingers too. Yes, it does. Okay, let me go ahead and trim this off. Okay. And then I'm going to put the Thankful on top, and I should have just kept Glenda out because I'm putting that on top of fabric. Because I don't use a Fabri-Tac. So for those that are new, I'm going to zoom in a bit. I don't use Fabri-Tac. I don't even own a bottle of Fabri-Tac. It stinks. It shoots everywhere. It stays wet forever. And I don't like it, so I don't use it. All right, so that is decorated. I'm going to die if it's the wrong space. No, it's not. Okay. So that's decorated. Now let's decorate. This is going to be like a journaling card. So do we want to decorate it? It's going to come out like this, right? So do we want to go ahead and decorate it vertically, or do we want to decorate it horizontally? Love the sparkle. Thanks. Y'all tell me if I should do horizontal or if I should decorate it vertical, because I know either way, I know some of the things that I want to use to decorate it. So I'm going to get a few of those items out while y'all are helping me decide. That might be good. Horizontal, vertical. Oh, okay. We have a horizontal. So I decorate it this way or I decorate it this way. And the only reason I'm thinking vertical is because when I pull it out, that's how it's going to be seen, right? So instead of having to flip it, I'm thinking vertical. Wait, if you're adding it to a page, just vertical. Okay, so I'm thinking vertical is what I'm going to do. Okay, so vertical it is. All right, now I have this weekly time book. You know, I love vintage. I like when I'm decorating stuff like this, I like for the whole base to be vintage stuff. So I have this and I don't remember what year it is. Because the year is up at the top. It has social security numbers in it though. Oh, 54. So this was from 1954. But I love using these. So I'll just tear a page out. And we're going to glue it. I'm going to keep that. Okay. Now on this, I'm confident in using my glue stick. Because a lot of times glue stick is better for the fragile things because the wet glue seeps through it. And when you try to smooth it out, it can tear it. So I tend to use my Scotch permanent glue stick. It used to be Scotch Create. They discontinued that. And now it is just the Scotch permanent glue stick. I sat on the computer for an extended period of time and researched that. You're welcome. Okay, so got that down. And I'll worry about trimming it up and all of that later. I'm going to do front and back. So the back, I want it to be more of a journaling spot. So I think there are a few blank ones in here. Like maybe one or two. Like that's a blank one. Okay, I'm going to use this blank one. Because I am a full believer in it doesn't matter about these lines. If you're journaling, you're just writing. It's not like a notebook, right? Where you have to follow the the lines and the margins and all of that. This is a junk journal, and I love just journaling on top of this kind of thing. You know what? I am going to trim this though real quick because if I don't see it, I don't want to mess it up and cut wrong. So I am going to, and I will save this piece because it's fun to add for a cluster or whatever. Okay, that is it. All right, so now we're going to glue this down. Oh, man, I am so thirsty. All right. And there we go. So that's going to be a good journal spot. Trim this off. And save it. Okay, now I am going to round the corners. Okay, not with that. It's just a bit thicker, and I don't want to mess up the paper that I have glued down. So I'm going to get this one out. All right. Done. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just use the gathered twig on this as well. Do both sides, because this is the journal side. And I'm not trimming off the little rough edges. I feel like it gives it character, so I'm just gonna leave those there. See those the little rough edges like that? I'm okay with that being like that. Like I said, it gives it character. Let me see. I want to cover that up. I don't know if I want to do it with that or if I want to do something a bit darker. Let's see what do I have? I have these words. I could do the gather. Maybe. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Trim off that gold. I'm not really a gold person, but it is definitely a fall color. So if you're working with fall stuff, that is so crooked. I don't know how I cannot cut a straight line to save my life. Okay, that is straighter. I could just glue that on top. It doesn't matter that it's not the same size. When you flip it over, it looks weird. What to do? What to do? All right. Oh, I know what to do, maybe. Okay, I just need to cut the fold part off. Oh, that's kind of cute. Right? Do we think that's kind of cute? I can just leave it like that. Glue that on, and then I can do another one for the back side so it doesn't look so wonky. Stay. Okay. Now, I know I don't have enough for a whole tab, but I do have enough for half, which is all I need anyway. And then I just trim where that is. Perfection. Okay, we're going to do that because I still have to decorate this. And this is where maybe the gourds come into play. Or I was thinking, where did it go? Not that one. Where is that other piece of paper? Because it had the little pumpkin that I like. Oh, right here. I was thinking I could cut this out because I really like that and just kind of put it in the middle. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to cut that out. So I'm going to hold on to the tabs because I don't want to glue them down and then wish I would have either waited to glue on top or underneath. So I'm going to wait on that. But I am going to cut this out. This little cutie patootie. Don't forget to like the live. Thank you, Ro. Yes, that does help the algorithm and it lets YouTube know that people actually sit here and watch me. As crazy as that sounds. Now this is a swivel knife and it does swivel. I just have a better time seeing what I'm doing when I turn stuff all around. So when you see me turning my page, it's not because the knife doesn't swivel, it's because my eyeballs don't swivel. Like, I don't know what else to say. Okay. Oh, come on. That little bitty piece. Let go. And so cute. All right, now that needs a good inking. Get rid of the white core. I'm absolutely freezing tonight and it's not even super cold yet. No. Well, I will try to send you some of our hot weather. So cute. All right. All right. Is it a she? I don't know. She needs a little something behind her. Let's see. What do I have? I have some black lace. It's obnoxious. Oh, and then I have, this is supposed to be cheesecloth, but I really feel like it's more like fishnet stockings. I just feel like the black is obnoxious, so no. And for the life of me, I don't know where my regular cheesecloth is. I put it in a safe place. And that's all I need to say about that, because then you'll know the whole rest of the story. Okay, we're going to use this. And I realize it is stark white. Just bear with me. That little piece is. There we go. All right, now we are going to get Mr. Rusty Hinge. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on there. Put Gathered Twig back. Rusty hinge. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, if you don't have it, make it. If you have a bunch of white or off-white lace and you need a color, color it. Whether it be with ink, markers, highlighters, whatever you have, it will color lace. And it's not, you know, and the thing is we're not worried about if it's washable or not. Now I'm going to do the other side just so it gets through the things, like the little holes. So I am doing both sides, even though we're only going to see one, but it helps get through to the other side. That is such a pretty color. Okay. And put this back. So far, this little system is working for me. Okay. I am going to glue this down. But now that has me thinking. See, this is how my thought process is and how it evolves. It's so funny. I just cut that out and I'm like, now I think I'm going to make a journal card. So I think I'm going to make this a pocket and then put this on a journal card and stick it down, which I could have just left it attached and not cut it out and it would have done the same thing, but I didn't know that's what I wanted to do until I started doing it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just how I roll. I really don't have a clue what I want to do until I start creating. Okay, that should be good enough. All right. Now we don't want that to stick up, so I need to, although I like that orange at the bottom. I think that would be kind of cool sticking through. All right, so we're going to cut off the top. I know I need to find my cheesecloth. It is in a very safe place, of which I don't know where that is. So, you know. And all of my rearranging and organizing and all of the things, I don't know. I'll fold right so I can, there you go. But see, she'll look cute just sitting on top of the journal card like that. I think she looks cuter like that than she did. Should I have her sitting on the wood? I think so. Like she's sitting on the wood, right? Yep, that's what we're doing. All right, now back to the gathered twigs. And this is saving my vintage photo sponge from becoming disgustingly muddy by using every brown on this same sponge. I'm like, well, I'm using vintage photo, but it looks like mud. Or I'm using walnut stain and it doesn't look like walnut stain. All right, so for this side, I am going to do this because this is going to be the journaling part. And then something else I like to do when I'm doing a journaling card, one of two things. I either get my little line stamp out and stamp it, or okay, I really need to, there you go. come out. Or I'll take like vintage photo and just start in the corner and then just go around the edge to where it gives it that little halo look. So it looks like that. So I don't know. To me, that just looks more vintagey. And then it's kind of white in the middle, but that's what I like to do. Sometimes the journaling cards, because I don't like just stark white. It drives me nuts. So I change it up a bit. Okay. Now let's put her there. This is going to go, nope, wrong. This goes here. So if she's on that, this goes down. Just trying to see where everything is going to line up. Cute. All right. So let's get her down on top of the little wood thing. There we go. Night, Sylvia. Enjoy your walk. That was quick. What was quick? What did I do that was quick? All right. Oh, she's so cute. Isn't she just so cute? Just sitting there with her little feet sticking out of the pumpkin. Okay, awesome. Now, put this back where I got it. Now it's time for Glinda again. Okay, so she's getting hot. My little journal card. Love this. That's just so pretty to me, and it doesn't need anything else. And then we have journaling space on that, and then we'll have a card. So there's lots of journaling space just in this one little area. I do think, though, that I want to round these corners just a tad. Okay, I know it's not the same, but I just need a dab. Oh, I didn't do this part. No, I did. Okay. All righty. We're going to do a strip across the bottom. All right, and a strip right there. Okay, and we'll let that dry for half a second. And we will trim it on the sides and then put our cards in. And then we will glue that. So I don't know why I put Glinda back up. I'm going to need her again, but... Oh, yeah, and the tabs. I almost forgot the tabs on here. Okay. So we have that. See, I'm glad I didn't glue the tabs down first because this ton of, oh my gosh, words. Tells me where they need to go. All right, I am going to use Rusty Hinge to ink up the tabs. I'll send some new North Carolina. I almost said New, whatever. Heat. Yeah, it's the South. We don't have summer. I mean winter. All we have is summer. We've had our faux fall. We'll have our faux winter. And then we'll just have summer. Where's the other one? There it is. All right. Sorry, I know I got quiet. Just concentrating. You know, it takes a lot of effort to put down tabs. So much time and effort. All right, so the tab to pull it out is there. That is glued down. Now we get to put our cute little journaling card in there. Isn't she darling? Okay, now let's hope and pray that this fits in here since I've added stuff. That's what I was afraid of. Dadgummit. The top is too, this is too much after I, whatever, words. So nothing we cannot take care of. Right. That. What color did I use? Nope, I used gathered twig. Right around that. Yes. Okay. Rusty hinge. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, that lace is so pretty. It's the lace. All right, let me trim off a hair off the bottom. Okay, now let's try it. There we go. Okay, and then once it goes in and out a few times, you know, wiggle, wiggle, it'll be all right. I say that. No, I want it to be able to come out. All right, we're going to have to trim it up a bit more because it doesn't want to come out. Well, now it's a permanent fixture. Oh my gosh, come out already. Okay, trim, trim, trim. I guess I should just pay attention to this stuff before. Because it's also thicker with the journal card in there, right? Okay, is this going to go in? Easy peasy. Okay, so that, easy peasy. I'm going to have to trim this again. And again, this is some of the stuff that you don't see on most YouTube channels, including mine. Sometimes I edit this stuff out, mainly because I'm live, so my words are kind and nice, and oh, we're just gonna do this. It's not a big deal. If I was not live, it would probably be a little bit different. My frustration would be a little bit louder. Because it is frustrating when you have something, you're like, oh my God, that's so beautiful and it looks so good. And then it's like, yeah, but it's not going to work. I need to. Okay. Can we please? Please. Let me get you good and stretched out. There. Aha. There we go. Now it works. So now it comes in and out easy. So yay. All right. Now time to put it in the journal and then we are done. Oh, and my closure should be ready. And then we can close her up. Let me put this stuff up real quick. So if you haven't already liked the live, go ahead and just hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It'd be free. Where's my journal? It is right here. So this was going to go on this fabric. Right? Yeah, it wasn't going to go on that one. It was going to go on this one. Now, I'm not going to glue it down with that in there. But I need something in there. That is too... This may be too wide. Oh. Well, hopefully it'll be all right. I'll just have to pay attention. I think this is also too wide. Yeah. I'm just worried about the glue seeping through when I glue it down. But I have a plan. Okay, I have a plan. Where is that? Okay, that looks about center. Isn't it cute? Love it. Love it. Love it. These are just the things that pop into my head in the moment. All right, Glenda, get good and warm. I'm going to grab a drink. Oh, I did want to tell y'all. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. So, I don't know why I almost forgot because I didn't write it down. That's why. I am doing a collab live sale with a good friend of mine. I think she's still on here. Deborah, are you still on here? We are doing we're doing a trial run with a few of her special people and my patrons. So they get first dibs on the whatever we have. And I'm here to tell you, Deborah has an extensive, beautiful collection of vintage junk journal, all the things. So if you would like to be a part of the exclusive live, you can always check out my Patreon. It is on my website. It's everywhere. Steph's Design Space. You can find it super fast, super easy. And it is this coming Sunday, and you will have exclusive access to some of my new things and other stuff that I haven't had for sale before, and Deborah's stuff. And then we will be hopefully doing another live sale at some point. So All right. I think that is good. I like that it's I don't know if I actually do like that. But I also don't know if I'm going to be able to do a whole lot about it. Okay, yep, that's good. Okay, so that is down. And make sure that it is wide open. I know I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. So that's another thing I've been busy doing is trying to get stuff together for that. And this is her first live sale. So that's why we're going to have a practice run. And my patrons and her special peeps get first dibs. Okay, so there she is. And I love it. So you get to take this out and journal on it. You get to journal on the back. So cute. All right, so we have that. Now let's see if I can find. Here she is. Oh my gosh, did it make it that much thicker? See, that's why I didn't. Nope. Turn. Oh no, it was just not turned right. I'm just trying to line it up. There we go. And there we have it. I'm not sure if I like that or if I'm going to do something different, but I do like that this just comes off and then it snaps on. The flower is gorgeous. I may do some kind of different topper for it though. Y'all let me know in the comments if you have other ideas. Let me zoom out a little bit so you don't get the whole picture. Well, not that far, goodness. Let me know what you think. Something different. I don't know. Or maybe this is cool. Maybe this is just perfect. I don't know. I had something in my mind and it didn't work out. And so now I'm like, it just doesn't feel right. So anywho, I'm trying to decide what to show because I really have too much. She does have so much. What I was going to say something else just now. Oh my gosh. So this reminded me when I zoomed out really far. Where are my OG people? Who remembers the days when y'all could see my thighs when I was doing a live? I have come a long way, baby. You haven't seen my thighs in a long time. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. When I zoomed out, it reminded me of that. Silly stuff. Anywho, let me know if you have other ideas for the cover or if this is good. You know, sometimes I think, less is more. Is better, whatever. So yes. All right, guys, that is it. If you are watching the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know that you are team replay. I appreciate you coming back and watching. And that is it. So until next time, guys, y'all have a blessed night. Bye. Thank you for joining me tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends. Until next time, y'all have a blessed night.